Looking back, when Blood Elves came out in TBC, I didn't really understand who and what they are, and I judged them negatively, especially because they added Goku-style hair, and we all thought that an anime invasion was imminent. We were wrong about that, but the one thing that all my Blood Elf mains, and really Horde mains, taught me was how much they appreciated Lor'themar Theron. Let's explore why. Lor'themar Theron is the Regent Lord of Quel'Thalas, and thus the ruler of the Blood Elves of Azeroth. He used to lead the Sindori in the absence of Prince Quel'Thas' Sunstrider, but after his betrayal and eventual death, Lor'themar became the sole leader of his people. Lor'themar was once the second-in-command to Ranger General Sylvanas Windrunner, and assumed temporary leadership of the High Elves after the Scourge Onslaught, a role that would pave the way to his regency after the prince's return. After surviving the brutal Scourge invasion of Quel'Thalas, Lor'themar, a former commander of the Farstriders, was entrusted with watching over the Elven Kingdom while Prince Quel'Thas journeyed to Outland. Not long afterward, Lor'themar's will was tested when the prince, twisted by demonic energies, returned to Azeroth and attempted to use the Sunwell to summon his new master, the Demon Lord Kil'jaeden. Quel'Thas's plans were foiled, and he was killed by the Shattered Sun offensive for his treachery, leaving Lor'themar to guide the fate of the Blood Elves alone. With the Sunwell reborn, a bright future now lies ahead for Quel'Thalas. Lor'themar, who had weathered many of the kingdom's darkest days, now leads his people toward their new destiny. In light of Garrosh Hellscream's then increasing paranoia and lack of scruples, the Regent Lord had aligned himself with the growing Darkspear rebellion to overthrow the Warchief. After dealing with the Thunder King's return, Lor'themar pledged his loyalty to the new war chief Vol'jin following the siege of Orgrimmar. Following the disastrous battle for Broken Shore, Lor'themar was among those present when Vol'jin named Sylvanas Windrunner the new war chief with his dying breath. Windrunner's tenure as war chief was ultimately tumultuous, with Lor'themar concerned for the direction she was leading the Horde. He eventually stood alongside other leaders in rebellion against her, and when she deserted the Horde following the death of Varrock Sourfang, Lor'themar helped pick up the pieces of the faction. He ultimately became a member of the Horde Council, which was formed to replace the Warchief position, representing the Blood Elves. This just goes over his accomplishments after TBC, when was in the game proper. But Lor'themar Theron has so many other accomplishments with the Third War and before, we will go over his accomplishments in another video, because he is an awesome character that touches on many storylines. Subscribe and like for more WoW content.